for joining. We'll be talking about some, indices and some gold trades. GBPUSD, yes, we will get to it in a bit. Firstly, we're going to be talking about stocks. So what's happening today? US 30, you can clearly see there's a lot of gaps. You might be thinking, wow, there's so many gaps. These are gaps because banks have been reporting really good earnings. What they were expecting was really bad. They were expecting, really bad earnings, better than what it was in 2007. But Goldman Sachs reported 90% of their profits this year, which is from trading. And this was the highest profits they made, a long time. So banks have been reporting better earnings than expected. That's why we can see Wall Street is been going in frenzy, and we can see massive rises. So again, earnings calendars are kicking off in US, and there'll be earnings calendars kicking off in UK as well in about a day or two, and Europe. That's why we can see, US 30, which is the Dow Jones, as well as known as Dow Jones, is rising. Currently broke above the support level. This is a 4-hour support level. Currently, it was a very strong resistance. Price hasn't been able to break it since 16th of June, but today it finally did break. As you can see yesterday as well. Let me check the day before yesterday. About 2 days ago, price did try to break it, but then you can see miserably failed, and we had a bearish engulfing pattern as well. So price broke below today finally as the earning came in from Goldman Sachs and other JP Morgan, other Citibanks, and others big banks. We can clearly see Wall Street finally rose. So we expect right now stocks to keep rising all the way up to 274K, 27,522. That could be our next target for Wall Street US 30, and this much more, it's much more realistic. It can happen because of vaccine. If you are reading the news, there's a new vaccine in the market, which is not in the market yet, but has trials are going on. Is very promising. It has been creating antibodies into coronavirus patients, severe coronavirus patients, and this is a promising start of the week, or of the of the trials, which is going to affect the market a lot. And that's why we can clearly see Wall Street is finally seeing some upward momentum. If I go to daily quickly, really see where we can see the rise up to. We can clearly see rise of Wall Street up to all the way to 29,000. This could clearly happen if this good news keep coming out from this vaccine trials that's been going on. And if investors see potentials in the rebound in the economy. Also, you can see, if I do my trend line, price has been respecting this trend line, really nicely. So today, when price tested this trend line, after that it was a massive jump up. So we expect, price to rise to 27,000, then break this level and rise all the way to 29,000. We are bullish on US 30. Let's quickly look at another stock that we like to trade in VIP is UK 100. UK 100 is basically also known as Footsie. Footsie is 100 most influential companies in UK. This includes Tesco, Asda, Sainsbury's, British Airways, and all that companies that we know about every day in our lives. So again, you can clearly see at the same as Wall Street was rising, we saw a gap at the same level. So because when American stocks rises, nearly all the world, stocks rises with it, because that's a good sign, because most of the investors are based in America and they start investing all over the world, and they start. That's where you can see a massive jump in stock price. But Footsie looks like it's been ranging right now. So this is a quite high level. It's been 6,300 is the highest I think it will go for now. It needs to pull back all the way back to 6,200 before we can see a push upwards. So currently in a ranging pattern since 16th of June, it's been ranging up and down, not really, breaking above this level as of yet. It had tried to break it before. The last time we tried to break was on 10th of June, then again on 23rd of June, and again on 6th of July. So again, 3 times it did try to break, but then breaks. So I do not think it's going to happen again. We need some, positive news from our Chancellor, Rishi Sunak, or Prime Minister, saying something positive for UK businesses and companies. Because as long as these coronavirus cases are going on, it's going to affect the stocks of UK. So we expect UK stocks to fall and US stocks to rise. Again, GDP is not showing good signs for UK as well. As it only rose about 1.8% when they're expecting 5.2%. And previously, about 2 months ago, the GDP was minus 20%. So no massive, V-shaped recovery that they're expecting is not going to happen anymore. So that's why we can see a plummet in stocks. But if it does break this level, we can expect, a Footsie to rise at 6,300. Why? Because it's a trend channel as well. So whenever price reaches this level, it does go to this level. So first hurdle it need to come over is break this 6,326 resistance, then rise all the way back to 6,394. So we can expect Footsie to rise in some days. But firstly, we can only enter this trade as a buyer if we see a breakout above this level. Because if we see a breakout below this level, we might look to sell a Footsie all the way back to 6,217. Let's quickly look at DAX. or D30, which is German stock, 30 most influential company in Germany. Well, we only trade German stocks because they are most volatile compared to other European stocks. There are quite a few countries, about 27 plus countries in Europe. We can't trade all of them. So we only trade German stocks as they give an overview of how European economy is doing. So we can clearly see European economy is doing really good. They have a big meeting coming up on Friday, or tomorrow, or day after tomorrow. Is all the EU members are going to be meeting to discuss new stimulus plan, to discuss more bailout plan for the European Union. As you know, countries such as Spain and Italy and Poland are struggling because of coronavirus, as they don't have enough stimulus, enough funding to fund their economies, fund their companies. So we can clearly see is in a range as well. Today, after the news, good earnings, we did see a massive spike, but again, the massive spike was short-lived, and price came back again, retesting this resistance level, currently turns support. But we expect DAX to fall back again, as we have similar outlook for DAX and Footsie. We only expect US stocks and Chinese stocks to rise. Hang Seng, Nike 25, and all those stock exchanges we are expecting to rise. Other than that, we don't expect any European stock to rise as of yet. But if they did, if there's a final, if they won the deal they're expecting to do, and if the deal goes through, then we can see DAX 30 to finally rising to 1300 levels. It could happen by Friday. If there's a deal go through, we can expect DX5 D30 finally breaking this resistance of trend channel and rising up. So if you are looking to trade indices or Footsie, US 30, DAX, keep an eye out for Friday or Thursday. It's quite an interesting day. If there's a deal happens, we can expect massive rise in stocks for our DAX 30. So let's quickly at GPUSD, as that was a request from one of our clients. So GPUSD currently, as you know, GPUSD should know one thing, is one of the most slowest moving pairs. It doesn't move a lot. It only ranges so much, so it moves up and down, but there's not really a trend in GPUSD. That's why it's such a hard pair to trade. That's why we don't really want to send GPUSD as a trade a lot of times, because there's hardly any momentum. Most of the time it's just ranging up and down, up and down. So currently GPUSD is below this resistance level. This is a 4 hourly resistance, support, turn resistance now, because price broke below, currently retesting. So if I were to go from purely technical analysis, we do expect GP could drop all the way back to 1.91 level. On an hourly basis as well, we have a bearish signal on our MACD, so that could happen as well, and a bearish signal from our EMA, because the price is below EMA. So when the price is below EMA, we're looking for sells only. So we have technically we also have a sell signal on a MAC indicators as well. We have a sell signal, so we can expect GP to drop for another 20 pip or so. So if you are selling, then you probably should hold this trade. If you're buying, then hold up for a hold now, because if this level doesn't break out in about 27 minutes, if this level doesn't break, then close the trade. I do not recommend you holding this trade, because this level, if it's not breaking another 27 minutes, that means buyers are not willing to push the price up anymore, and sellers will come again and push the price down, and it could break this level as well. So it could go all the way back to 1.90 level. So if you are buying, I would recommend wait. Let's see if this level breaks in 27 minutes. If you're selling, stay in the trade. We most likely will fall below. Again, guys, that'll be, if you have any more questions, if you have any more charts that you're going to be looking at, if you want me to look at, please let me know now. Also, if you have any questions, you can let me know now. I can more than help you to answer you and, walk you through. If you have any questions on how to put technical analysis, if you have any question about stocks, if you have any question about any indicator you're trying to use and you don't understand how to use, please do let me know. I'm more than happy to help you. Okay, CHFJPY, quickly let's look at CHFJPY. CHF was really bearish on JPY today on positive outlook for okay. Will US 30 come down tonight? I will let you know that in a bit. So let's look at CHFJPY. CHFJPY, as you can see clearly, I have my 4-hour support drawn because I knew it's going to drop all the way here. So right now it's testing a quite strong support level. We can expect price to rise from here, but I would not enter this trade as a buy or a sell yet. I think I would need a confirmation. So a confirmation I'm looking at is probably if I just pull on MACD. So MACD is clearly quite strong overselling right now. So I'll need a confirmation, a break below this support level. So if I see a price below this level, and let's say in about 3 hours time, which is a 4-hour candle, I see a price close about here, then maybe I will look for a sell all the way to this level. But again, if I want to look for a sell only, and I'm bearish on this trade, I'm not looking to buy CHFJPY. I'm bearish on this trade because my indicator is showing a sell signal and my price is below this 50 MA, so it's showing a sell signal. So I have two sell signals, so I would not be going against my indicator, my strategy. So I would be looking for sell, but again, I will let the price come to me. I would want to enter the trade around here when price breaks below this, probably 113.06. If you're looking to sell as well, do this. Wait for price to break below this support level, which I have drawn. You can draw this on your own charts as well. It's between 112 to 117. Once price breaks below this level and closes below this level, we can clearly have a nice, sell position here. Risk to reward would be fairly decent as well. We can catch, 1 to 3 risk to reward, something like this, or 1 to 1.5 risk to reward, which is what we're looking for. So again, one gentleman asks if US30 will come down tonight. Let's quickly at US30. US30, I do not think, bro, is going to come down. It looks massively bullish, and when when Asia market opens, they are most likely going to push the price all the way up to this, because Chinese people love buying US stocks. Well, it could drop if there's more retaliation from China. As earlier today in the morning, US did file some sanctions against China, and if Chinese did say they're going to retaliate back, if I see some retaliation in China from China, then we can probably see US30 dropping back to this 2627 trend line support level. So yeah, it could drop, but I do not expect that to happen as of yet. They cannot just send sanctions out on the whims. They have to really see how it's going to affect the economy, and most likely China will refrain from doing that after such a massive loss in during coronavirus pandemic. So US30 does look like it's going to rise, bro. If you are entering as a buy, then I would I would ask you to hold. If you're selling, then wait, probably close as soon as you can. In 23 minutes, wait for 23-minute candle close. If this closes as a bullish candle, which is right now, it does look like a bullish shooting star. If it closes a bullish candle, I say this is bullish because shadow is small sell body and big shadow. That means buyers push the price all the way up, indicating that they're more than willing to push the price above. So in 23 minutes, if this candle looks like a bullish, I would recommend you to close and get out the trade. Do not lose more money, because the industry is quite scary. If you don't trade properly, you are going to lose a lot more money than you make compared to Forex. So again, guys, that'll be it. Thank you for joining. Again, if you have any more questions afterwards, you can always join us on our WhatsApp or on our Instagram. DM us on Instagram, join us WhatsApp, and you can always watch our videos on YouTube as well. We have quite a few videos on YouTube. We uploaded a lot of trade analysis that we usually take every day, and a lot more other Zoom calls are uploaded on there, so you can watch Zoom calls and understand what was the mindset of that day to learn more, guys. Thank you so much for joining.